Hey everyone! So, welcome to another season of Big Brother. I'm super excited. I've been getting messages asking me if I'm going to be doing my Big Brother videos this season again. Obviously, I'm going to. I love Big Brother. It is my favorite, and I'm obsessed. But I normally... Ooh, it's hot. I normally wait like a couple of weeks into the new season before I do videos because my videos are kind of like feeds related. So I usually give myself a couple weeks to decide who I kind of like, who I don't really like, you know what I mean? And normally I don't do my videos until like later than I am right now, but I've been getting so many messages, so I thought I would just start a little bit earlier this season, so here I am. If I look a little bit different, and if you don't follow my channel normally, then you won't know the good news, but I'm currently 6 months pregnant, so I'm going to be having a little Big Brother baby. On feeds, we've named it Baby Quad Cam, so, okay. But yeah, that's why I kind of look a little bit different. I've gained a little weight. But if you follow my channel regularly, then you already know that because I've been doing pregnancy update videos. If you didn't, then now you do. So yes, I'm 6 months pregnant in the middle of summer, which is actually working out quite nicely with feeds, because normally I'm like, oh, I want to go to the beach, I want to go and have a summer. This summer I'm like, oh, I want to stay inside, it's way too hot, I'm getting huge, this is ridiculous. So feeds for me this summer are perfect. Like, what's a summer? I'm totally cool with missing it this year. But anyways, moving on. This season has been crazy so far, like insane. So many different things have happened, so this is probably going to be like a longer video than normal. Well, actually, all of my videos are kind of long, but you know what I mean. There's just a lot to talk about, because damn, this season is just kind of crazy. I even made notes. I've got my notes. So, first off, I wanted to talk about my preseason favorites, who they were. Cameron, Cody, Megan, oh, and Christmas. I also really like Josh, but I was kind of like, eh. He gives me like Zach Rants kind of vibes, and I wasn't a huge Zach fan, so I was like, eh, he's cool, but but yeah, so they were my preseason favorites. I'm obviously great at picking preseason favorites, right? Because they're all pretty much gone. Like, damn, I really picked them this season, didn't I? Cameron left first, and then Megan, and now Cody. Like, what the hell? I really pick them. I'm really good at that this season, I guess. Anyways, I picked them all because they all said that they would rather win and be hated by America than lose and be loved. And to me, that's really important. I really hate it when Jeff asked that question in their preseason interviews. And I really hate it when Jeff asks that question and people are like, oh, I'd much rather lose and be loved by America. Like, no, you're there to play, you're there to be a winner, you're there to be serious and compete. Why would you go there and rather lose and be loved? Like, that really bothers me. But yeah, they were my preseason favorites, and I really suck at picking them. So, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with Cam. Poor guy. He really got the shitty end of the stick. Like, and I was really excited for him because I really love the nerds every season. And he seemed like he was really excited and he was super pumped to be there. And then it just got ripped out of his hands, and that just sucked. Like, poor guy. Poor little lamb chop. I just felt really bad for him. He got the shittiest end of the stick. He really did. Paul coming in really bothered me. Why? Because I just don't like vets, and I've made that clear every single damn season. I'm just not a vet fan. I think, and I said this last season and the season before, I just feel like they had their chance, and unless it's an all-star season, or maybe even unless they're coming back to coach and they don't get to actually play the game, but strictly coach, then they can come back, but I really don't think it's fair for them to come back and play a whole nother season, especially somebody who got as far as Final 2, like Paul did. Like, I think that is extra unfair. I liked Paul last season. He was actually one of my favorites. If you've probably seen my video where I was pissed that he lost. I still am. I still feel like he should have won, but that's the past, so let's not talk about that. But I definitely don't feel like he should be here. I don't. And I actually really don't like him this season. He's being incredibly annoying. And it's just, he just does not shut up about his season. He has vet-itis. And it is extreme. He's constantly talking about his season, like constantly. He's all about how he knows how to play this game already and everybody needs to listen to him, and he's the vet and he has all this great advice, and it's just frustrating. Like, shut up. Like, we get it. You are a vet. You've played this game before. You made it to Final 2. And why is it that all of the people are like, oh my god, yes, we need to keep him around. Yes. I'd be like, oh yeah, this motherfucker, he made it to Final 2. He can play this game damn good. I forgot about this. We need to get his ass out as soon as possible. But no, you got people like Matt who were like, oh, even if he could be on the block, then I wouldn't even vote him out. Are you a moron? Like, he made it to Final 2, and if he couldn't be on the block, or if he could be on the block, you still wouldn't vote him out? Are you on crack cocaine? Matt really bothers me. And he looks like a silver Polly from Big Brother 18. He looks like a silver version to me. I don't see the why everybody loves Matt so much. He bugs the hell out of me. And he has the personality of furniture. No, I've seen couches with more pizzazz than Matt has. But anyways, going back to the beginning. Paul came back because of the stupid temptation. Well, I mean, it wasn't really stupid, but it was kind of like, production knew that somebody was going to take that 25 grand. Like, hello. And Kevin took it, which, cool. He wasn't the only one who pressed that damn button, by the way, because I got into a big argument with somebody in Feed's chat about this, and they were like, oh my god, Kevin's the only one who pressed it. And I was like, no, he wasn't. There was a shitload of other people who pressed that damn button too. He just pressed it fast, like, but, I mean, it was an argument, but it was a stupid argument. It was like one of those things, like, really, you're arguing over this? But it gets intense in Feed's chat. If you've been there, you know. But yeah, so Kevin getting it, he brought Paul in. Poor Cameron, like, I'll forever feel bad for that guy, like. And it's all because of Paul. Well, I mean, it's because of Kevin, but that's another thing that frustrates me, is that as a vet, he fucked up a newbie's chance at coming in. That really sucks. I know it's not Paul's fault. I know. I get it. It's productions. They made the rules. They brought him back. I know. But it's still annoying. And who am I going to blame? Production? Production, it's literally production's fault for everything, because they're stupid and they make these dumbass rules and these stupid temptations and these dumb little twists. And so yes, in general, everything is their fault. But Paul's the one I'm going to blame, because he's the... So, a newbie got the shitty end of the stick so that Paul could come in. That's what happened. Production said, screw you, newbie. Sorry. We want to bring a vet in because production is stuck on bringing returning players in. Screw you, noob. Bring Paul in. Because it's Paul. Nah. And that's what happened. We all know what happened after that. Cody was annoyed. He didn't get a friendship bracelet. Blah, blah, blah. It's in the past. Megan, she was another one of my preseason favorites, and she pissed me the F off. We know how I feel about quitters, and this is a touchy subject because apparently she had PTSD from a past sexual assault, and that's understandable, I get it, but why would you put yourself in that position in the first place? If it were me, okay? Last place I would want to be is in a house with a bunch of strange men who I don't know, stuck in a house for months on end, in a pressure cooker situation. Like, she claimed to have been a super fan. She knows that there are going to be fights. It's going to be a tense environment. And I don't understand why anybody who has PTSD would ever even want to put themselves in that position. Apparently she also has a, what are they? The dogs? What are they called? Those dogs that help?
Huh?
What are those dogs called that help? When you
service dogs?
Yeah. Apparently she has a service dog, and I don't know if that's true or not. I read that somewhere. And that's, I mean, in order to have a service dog, doesn't it need to be pretty severe? So if your PTSD is that severe to where you need a service dog, I don't understand why she was there in the first place. And I don't understand why production even cleared her if she was that, like, her PTSD was so easily triggered as to somebody yelling at her, then she shouldn't have been there in the first place. She shouldn't have auditioned, and I understand that maybe she felt like she could handle it, but again, as a super fan, she should know that there's going to be tense situations, there's going to be fights, there's going to be people yelling at you, it's going to happen. So, she should have already expected that before going in. But that's my whole opinion on that whole matter. And apparently what set her off was the Josh situation. Well, see, people like to blame Cody for this, because he said that he didn't like her. God forbid somebody's honest. Like, you don't have to like everybody. You don't. And you don't have to have a reason for it either. Bottom line is, you don't have to like everybody, and you don't need to give a reason. So him telling her that he didn't like her really shouldn't have been what set her off, or what started this downhill spiral. And then Josh yelling at her made her go a little over the edge too. It was like another chip on the block. People yell at you, that's life. And then the whole panda thing happened, and that is just a whole other situation. Personally, if it were me and I were her, I would have just kept my mouth shut. But I personally think that she was trying to stir shit. She was trying to stir the pot with the whole panda thing. I don't know if she genuinely heard panda. I don't know what she heard. But what I do know is that she didn't need to go running and telling Alex, especially if she wasn't 100% positive. She thinks that's what she heard, but I would have gotten confirmation, because accusing someone of being racist is a pretty damn serious accusation. And hold on. And if it were me, before making such an accusation, I would have gotten that double, triple checked. I would have been like, did you hear her say panda or not? Because I feel like I heard her say panda. And then I would have gone to somebody else and be like, did she say panda? Because I want to make sure, because I thought I heard panda, but I could be wrong. And depending on that, then I would be like, okay, 2 people have confirmed she said panda. I'll go tell Alex. Or, okay, 2 people said that she did not say panda. I won't say anything. How easy would that have been to avoid everything? And another thing, people are like, oh, well, if Jessica, you know, really wasn't trying to say racist, then why didn't she just explain that she said pow pow? Well, because she probably didn't know which conversation they were talking about. All that she knows is that Megan said that she said panda. That's a pretty vague statement. Who knows when, she doesn't know when or what conversation Megan was talking about, so it's kind of hard for her to defend a conversation that she doesn't know which one she's talking about. She was just saying in general, I've never called you panda before in my life, so I don't know why she would even say that. You know, I don't know if I explained that, like, my view on that properly, but whatever. Anyways, that's way in the past now. There's so much other things going on. So, Cody's first week as HOH was interesting as hell to me. I applaud him for going after Paul. Because that's this is what pisses me off. Every single season people are like, they need to get the vets out. Why is anybody going after the vets? Duh. And then somebody decides to go after the vet, and everybody's up in arms about it. Everybody's pissed. He's doing this way too early. He's going about this way too fast. This is not the right way for him to do this. Well, shit. I mean, really, like, come on. Make up your mind. Do you want them to go after the vet, or do you want them to allow the vet to stay as long as they can and then win the damn game like Nicole did? Like, come on, people. I applaud and respect him for going after the vet. What did him dirty was production, and I know you guys are probably like, oh, she's saying it's rigged. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that this temptation really did him dirty, and this temptation was production's doing. They knew what they were doing. Okay? They knew what they were doing by putting a 3-week safety temptation for the first one. Obviously, America is going to vote for Paul, because they're the only one who know, like, he's the only one that they know. So, obviously, that's what's going to happen. So, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing with getting Paul in by having the first little thing be the 25 grand. They knew what they were doing by having the first temptation be 3 weeks safety. And for Paul, because obviously America's going to vote for his ass. And so, in that sense, Cody was really done dirty by production in this stupid ass temptation. That's just how that goes. And I think that had he gone through with it, or had the temptation not been there, I think that everybody would be like, oh my god, Cody, he's so awesome. But because of this stupid temptation, I don't know. And on top of that, yes, the things that Cody has said have been just... But that still doesn't take away from the fact that I respect that he went after the vet, because every other season they let the vet just sit there and fist their ass all season, and then they make it to the end, and that's stupid to me. So, I respect that he did that, and to me, that would have been a great, awesome move had he not had that stupid ass temptation. And that's just how that goes. Now, yes, one of his mistakes was not telling his alliance, but at the same time, his alliance would have tried to talk him out of it, and he was dead set on getting Paul out, because getting the vet out is a smart move, like, and then, like I said earlier, stupid ass Matt, he said, even if Paul could go up on the block, I still wouldn't have voted him out. So obviously, Cody telling his alliance that he was going to go after Paul wouldn't have done anything. Instead, his alliance probably would have gone up to Paul and been like, Paul, guess what? You're going up on the block. Like, come on. Come on, people. Now, what really sucks is that Jessica genuinely didn't know that this was going to happen, but she's getting, like, the shitty end of the stick. And that really blows. But that's the game. That's what happens. Now, him putting up Christmas was interesting. But if it were me, I would have been like, oh fuck, okay, I don't want to piss off my alliance even more. So let me put up Ramses or Jason or someone like that. But he went the other route and he put Christmas up, which is fine. Screwed him over. Like I said, I wouldn't have done that, but I'm sure he was in a panic state. Surely that can't be fun. I don't know. I can't say anything about the Christmas debacle because that was stupid to me. But, well, I understand why. He felt that Christmas would go after him and that if he can't get rid of Paul, then he might as well get rid of Christmas. But that obviously didn't work out, and he ended up being a target anyways, so he might as well just put up Ramses or someone else. I don't know. Christmas got hurt, which, that sucked. I mean, this season is cursed. Like, damn. Everybody is just dropping like flies. First poor Cameron, and then dumb Megan. Oh yeah, Jillian got evicted, by the way, but who's Jillian? Christmas got hurt. It's just crazy. But it was a total accident. A lot of people feel like she should go home. Some people feel like she should stay. She chose to stay. I really don't have an opinion on the matter because I kind of see both sides. Like, yeah, if I were her, I'd probably, well, I don't know. I'd want to stay because it's a huge opportunity, but she would be a great candidate to come back next season since obviously production just loves bringing people back. So, and she's already pretty loved. She's pretty much loved by production, or by, well, yeah, that too, but by fans. So, I could see production really wanting to bring her back next season when she's better. So, I don't know. Alright, so moving on from the past into the present. Well, technically now it's the past also. Anyways, so Jillian went home by... Who are you? Like, what? I respect the fact that even her Christmas was campaigning crazy hard. And it was funny because after Christmas got hurt, she came back in and she was higher than Giraffe Pussy. She was so high off of pain meds. It was so funny. But, you know. She was just talking her ears off. She was talking her mouth off like crazy, and it was really funny to watch on feeds. Like, High Christmas, I like. She was fun. Well, I like regular Christmas too, but, you know. So, Jillian went home, and the competition, the HOH competition, was the stupid Candy Crush competition, which, whatever. Everybody was handing Paul's ticket over to Paul, or everybody was handing their tickets over to Paul. So, clearly helping Paul win, which I expected, but it's still always just annoying to see. I really just, it bugs me when they do that. Especially for a vet. Like, why couldn't it, how about give somebody else the tickets instead of Paul? Like, he has 3 weeks of safety. Why don't you guys pick up the reins and stop being scaredy cat biatches and win HOH yourself, instead of handing it on over to Paul, the vet, who has 3 weeks of safety. Like, come on. But, whatever. They did that. There was a funny moment when Jessica smacked the ball out of Christmas's hand, and then I think Christmas took her crutch and, like, hit Jessica in the back of the leg, and Jessica fell, and that was some funny, like, that was a funny little moment. Yeah. So Paul won HOH, and I mean, everybody and their mother already knew what he was going to do. I feel like it was obvious, and it was very clear and expected, and not very exciting. He was going to backdoor Cody. Like, duh. It was funny because Josh went against what Cody and Jessica had asked him to do, which was vote Christmas out. And there was like a little argument between them in the have-not room, and I thought it was funny. And Cody told Josh to shut the fuck up like 17 times, and he sounded like Tom Cruise when he said it. Personally, if I were Josh, I would have taken the hint and I would be like, okay, bye. Because they asked him numerous times. They were like, can you leave us alone? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. How many times does somebody have to ask you to leave them alone before you finally get it? I mean, eventually they're going to snap, and Cody snapped. He went off on he went off on Josh. And apparently he's a bully because of it. Which is annoying, because it's like last week you guys were saying that that Josh was a bully for yelling at Megan. And now this week he's the, I don't even want to say victim because of what Cody said later. But this week, now to fans, he's the victim because Cody yelled at Josh. And now Cody's the bully for yelling at Josh, who was last week the bully. And it's just like a... I have zero sympathy for Josh. I'm just going to make it very clear right now. Zero sympathy for him. Just last week, everybody and their brother in the house was hating on Josh. Hating on him. He was crazy. He's not like all there. And he's even apologized for how he's acted like last week and the week before in the house. But apparently some fans forget this. Whatever. And I just don't have any sympathy for him at all. I really don't. And yeah, him and Cody and Jessica got into it again, and that's where we got the amazing hashtag of victim noises. Apparently that's something that Cody says with his daughter, and that's kind of strange. Like, what does he tell his daughter? Daughter, you stop making those victim noises. She's 5, I think. I think she's 5. Either which way, victim noises, daughter, that seems a little weird, but apparently he only gets her for the summer, so I feel like there's probably a reason for that. But, whatever. And what really bugged me also was the fact that Cody and Jessica literally hid away all week in the in the have not room. First it was the HOH room because Cody was up there and he HOH. And then last week when Paul was HOH, they hid away in the have not room all week. And they were hella depressed because they knew what was going to happen. They knew he was going to be backdoored. So they were being like Romeo and Juliet, all to themselves, like, eh. And I just found it incredibly annoying. Like, go out there, play the damn game. Everybody hates you, yeah. But you know what? Don't be a little baby back bitch in the damn in the have not room. That's silly to me. Like, play the game. Be out and about. Try. I hate it when people don't try. And that is why I wanted Jillian to leave, because she didn't try. Christmas did. Cody and Jessica, they were in the HOH room on those damn spiky ass beds, which, by the way, oy vey, they look like they hurt. Like, sit on one wrong and you might get a spike in the butt. Like, ow. But yeah, they hid around in there all week. It was annoying. Like, stop. And then Christmas got the temptation for that week, which was you can replace somebody in the POV. So their plan had been, if Cody got picked to play in the POV, they were going to pick him. Christmas was going to replace him with her broken ass foot. And he ended up not getting picked, so she hasn't used that temptation just yet. The curse was she got to pick 3 people to wear a Toad outfit, and she had picked Jason, Cody, and Jessica. Shocker. And I thought the Toad costumes were really cute. Jason was totally into it. Of course, Jessica had to be like, no, I'm not gonna do it. But Cody, surprisingly, was he participated. Like, he was wearing his hat, he was wearing his outfit. I wouldn't say he hopped around, but he did skip around. And he was definitely participating more than Jessica was. Like, you gotta give it to him. He wore the damn hat a lot. Okay? Oh, night before evictions. This is what I've been wanting to talk about. So, night before evictions, Dom, she has these stupid ass interviews, okay, that I don't find entertaining whatsoever. I think that they're dumb. I don't normally watch them. But, like, I watched the first ones that she did and I was like, oh, okay, these are going to be boring. Well, it's not so much that they're boring, it's just that I'm not impressed with Dom and Kevin. Like, I love Kevin and I like Dom, don't get me wrong. But I find that I find her interviewing skills to be cringy, and I can't handle cringe. So, I choose not to watch them. But I definitely watched these last ones, and ooh, Cody's was awesome. Oh my god, I was watching it, I was like, yes, Cody, like, get it. I didn't really watch Alex or Ramsey's. I just wasn't interested in their interview, so I didn't really watch theirs, although I do know that Dom was feeling aggressive with the questions, asking them game questions. Apparently she asked Ramsey's about his sexuality, which really pissed Paul, Matt, and Raven off. I don't know. I guess he answered totally fine, so obviously it didn't make him uncomfortable, but it sure as hell made Raven and Matt uncomfortable, and they were pissed off about that. But whatever. Now Cody's I watched from beginning to end, and it was awesome. I even watched the aftermath, and it was awesome. It was glorious. It was so fun. And you know, the edited version in the show, I always get a kick out of how they edit the show, mind you. But the edited version was just so funny to me. Like, they didn't even add, like, a lot of stuff in there. Like, now Josh's question was petty as hell, so I wouldn't have taken his damn question either. I did find it funny that Cody was like, you don't even exist in my world, I'm not taking questions from you. I appreciate that Cody is honest. I'm just gonna say it. I appreciate that. I think it's funny. As we should all know by now, I think that the arrogant players are funny. And they're usually, like, my favorites entertainment-wise, because they always bring the value, like, I don't know, I just think the assholes and bitches are funny, which is why I think that Cody and Jessica are entertaining to me, because the things that they say make me giggle. Because it's more of a like, wow, I can't believe they just said that. You know? But, so when he said that, I was like, Cody just told him that he doesn't exist in his world. Oh my god. You know? I find it funny. And it was really... And then Paul kept asking questions about the game. Like, what was one of his questions? It was along the lines of like, why were you coming after me, bro? And Cody was like, duh, you're a vet. I thought Cody's answers were really straightforward. He did lie a couple times. But they were pretty damn straightforward. And he unleashed a plethora of information for everybody. And he did exactly what he wanted. His point in the whole thing was to create pandemonium and just paranoia and just craziness, and he totally achieved that. So Cody, applaud. I just love stuff like that. It just it makes feeds fun to watch, and that's why I'm sad that he's gone, because he did shit like that, and it just, and he had no filter. Like when my favorite HOH reveal ever was when they showed Paul's and Cody was just standing there. I was watching that and I was crying laughing because he was just standing in the corner. At least he showed up. Jessica didn't even show up. That bitch. Which I find is funny, but damn, that is such a bitchy move. She is like Regina, well, I don't know. I was going to say she's like Regina George, but Regina George was clever. I haven't seen too much cleverness from Jessica. She's kind of more on like Gretchen Wieners, you know, level, but that was a really like Mean Girls moment. It was a really Mean Girls moment, and I thought it was funny. But the fact that Cody even showed up, good job, Cody. He didn't look impressed. He was not entertained, and I thought that. See, I like it when people aren't fake, because every HOH reveal, I always go up there, like, I'm always watching, right? I always go up there. No, I don't. I always watch, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate these fake people sometimes. You know, especially when you know that they, like, two people hate each other, but they're totally acting like they love each other. Like, that bugs me. So it was kind of refreshing seeing someone, like, genuinely just be like, I'm not even gonna try to care. You know? I like that. I thought it was funny. But yeah. I don't really remember what I was talking about before then. The whole interview thing was the best. It was so funny. If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch the Feeds version unedited, because it just, and Mark, I feel like Mark made himself look so stupid. Like Cody was clearly lying. He clearly walked in there with a plan, which is to create paranoia, and the whole lie about two people knowing everything that was going to happen was kind of, like, I feel like everybody kind of knew that was, well, but see, the thing is that Mark has even said that he had an idea. The thing with Mark and Jessica is they keep saying, oh, we had this idea that this was happening, but we didn't know. So, Mark has said to Paul, oh, I had an idea that he was going to put you up, but I didn't know. So, I feel like if Paul remembers Mark saying that, then yeah, the whole two people knowing thing could definitely screw Mark up. But I don't think Paul is going to remember him saying that, which is really annoying. So, as of now, Paul, so after the interview, Cody told Paul that the two people he was talking about was Mark and Dominique. I think Paul low-key believes that, but doesn't at the same time. You know what I mean? Anyways, so Cody achieved everything that he wanted to achieve with that, which was create paranoia, because people are still talking about it, and it was awesome. So good job. So the next day, Cody, he got evicted. Craziest shit happened. Christmas, who was voting from the hospital because she had to go get surgery on her damn foot. Again, this fucking foot. Oh, by the way, Raven, she hurt her foot. She hurt her foot walking down those dumbass spiral stairs. So Christmas had to get stitches, and so she was voting from the hospital, which I kind of found to be stupid. I feel like if you're not in the house, then you shouldn't get to vote. But whatever, it's over. Her vote, she voted for Ramses. So Kevin, okay, so the votes for Ramses were Jessica, Kevin, and Christmas. Jessica, obviously, we expect that. Kevin, Paul had asked Kevin ahead of time to vote for Ramses to create paranoia, to create chaos. So Kevin did so on Paul's orders because everybody's Paul's bitch. Christmas was a weird vote, and people are still trying to figure out what the hell happened there because she hasn't been in the house yet. But I'm looking forward to her explanation for this because that was cray. And so that was a fun little surprise. Everybody in the chat was like, what the hell? Yeah. So that was cool. Cody, he went home. His exit interview was really good. They're going to end up doing a buyback or battle back competition, which we all expected. I hope Cody comes back because, again, I found him entertaining. And I know everybody's going to be like, why do you find him entertaining? He was so boring. He just stuck in the HOH room. I mean, in the have-not room the whole week. Well, because he had the balls to go after Paul. And I find the fact that he is arrogant and honest to be entertaining and funny. So those few moments where he does say stuff, I live for. Now, this week's HOH was the wall competition that James is like a pro at. And I was really rooting for Jessica. Like, I really wanted her to win. But she ended up falling with her eyelash. It was so funny, you guys. Her eyelash was holding on for dear life. It was on its own HOH competition. Like, it was like, I was rooting for it. I was like, yes, eyelash, you hold on, you hold on. And it did. It lasted until she did. She fell, then Dom fell right after. I saw that timing, Dom. Okay, I saw it. So it came down to Jason, Elena, and Alex. Jason, which was surprising that Jason lasted so long because he's so tall, but he was rocking it. He ended up making a deal with Elena and Alex to make sure that he was safe. He dropped. And then Elena and Alex made a deal. It was the stupidest deal I've ever heard in my life. Elena gets to choose people for Alex not to not put up on the block. I just thought that was a really dumb deal. Like, really dumb to me. But it is what it is. So the details of the deal are that Elena gets to pick either one person. No, she gets to pick a few people, apparently, because I'll talk about that in a second. But she gets to pick people who Alex can't put up on the block. Like, if it were me and I were Alex, I would like, okay, you could pick one person, maybe two people to have safe. You can't go picking a bunch of people to keep safe from the block. If that's your deal, if that's what you want to do, then we can be up here all night. But you can pick one or two people, like, that'll be cool. But if not, then I guess we're just stuck up here. You know, that would have been me. But, whatever. I'm just happy that Elena didn't win HOH, to be quite honest. I can't stand her voice. And I can't stand Alex's voice either. Alex's voice reminds me of Gina Marie's from Big Brother 15. Elena just has that voice that's like this, and I just really can't handle it, and it really annoys me. I just don't like voices like that, and it bugs me. And I really just don't feel like her and Mark, I feel like they look related. And so I like to see them as little as possible. And if she had won HOH, I'd be seeing a lot more of them. And I'm so grateful that she didn't get HOH. But seriously, tell me in the comments below. Mark and Elena, they look related. Okay, they both have that beauty mole thing right here. And they both look like they could be siblings to me. So that's creepy. And Elena, yeah, she looks like Anna Nicole Smith to me also. And she has really nice boobs. I've seen her boobs so many times this season. It's crazy. I feel like I've seen them more than I've seen mine. But yeah, so Alex won HOH. And cool. I was excited. I was like, yes, Alex won HOH. Yeah, she's going to do what she wants to do. And it's not going to be Paul's HOH. And then they all start talking. And it feels like Paul is going to be controlling her HOH. And I'm sad. Like, that bugs me. I feel like Paul is just, everybody has Paul's balls in their mouth, and it really bothers me. And again, I know it's not Paul's fault. He's playing the game. He's doing a great job. Like, kudos to you, Paul. You are working all of them. But it's still frustrating as hell seeing all of these people be so far up his ass. And so as of now, okay, so let me talk about Elena and Alex's conversation. Alex asked Elena, who are you wanting me to keep safe? Elena fucking names off the majority of the house. She said Paul, obviously. I mean, Paul can't be put up anyways because he has that stupid temptation. But she said Paul, Raven, Matt, Mark. She said Dom. Well, me being Elena, obviously. What else did she say? She pretty much said everybody but Kevin, Christmas, Jason, Ramses, Jessica. Oh, and Josh. So, she literally said half of the house. So that's pretty much her saying, go after your side, Alex. Don't go after anybody on my side. You go after your people, okay? I would have looked at her like, you got some balls, girl. Like, you're gonna tell... She essentially told her to go after her own alliance. And I would have just been like, no. No, you can pick one or two people, but I'm gonna go after who I want to go after. Now, as of now, it seems like Alex is going to be nominating Dominique and Jessica. Personally... I think the Jessica nomination is stupid, but I get it. I get that she's trying to appease that side of the house. Her and Jessica literally just had a conversation like 40 minutes ago, right before I started filming. And they were talking, and Jessica told her that she doesn't have anybody, that she plans on getting revenge for Cody, and that Alex does not need to worry. Alex told her, look, you're probably going to be going on the block, but you're not the target, so don't worry. Jessica said, that's fine, I understand, blah, blah. And that was pretty much how their conversation went. It seems as if they're on a understanding that Jessica's going on the block, but she's not the target. I don't know how much of that I believe, but... Alex did tell Elena or Paul, I think she might have told Paul, that if Jessica gets POV and she puts herself down, that Christmas is going up. Personally, if it were me, I would have put Christmas and Dominique up on the block just straight up. But, because it's pretty much been established, like they've all pretty much figured out that Christmas is the wacky vote for Ramses. And that wacky vote really pissed Alex off. So, Dominique, though, isn't the wacky vote, the other wacky vote. Kevin is. So, Kevin is kind of being, like, under the radar, but not too far under, because they've kind of figured him out, too. But they aren't as figured out with him as they are with Christmas. But, so, right now, if it were me, I would have put Dom and Christmas up on the block. Why? Because Jessica is just such a fucking non-factor right now. She has nobody. Nobody. Game-wise, she is all alone. She has zero, no alliance. Like, if I were Alex, I would have been trying to scoop Jessica up as an alliance member. As a number. I just really hope that Alex does not let Paul run this HOH, but it's starting to kind of feel like she is, and that's really going to bug me because I have so much hope for Alex. But we shall see. I'm excited about this battle back. A lot of people, like on Facebook, want Jessica to go because they want to see how her and Cody will battle it out together. But to me personally, that wouldn't be very entertaining. But I kind of understand where they're coming from, but whatever. Like, it's not... I would rather see one of the other side go, because it's really one-sided right now. Like, even though Alex has HOH right now, Paul's side still has the majority, still has the power kind of thing. You know what I mean? And so I would like to see one of their numbers go to make it a little bit more even and a little less one-sided. But we'll just have to wait and see. I'm going to be doing my videos regularly. That means multiple times a week. It's going to be feeds, updates. I'm not really going to comment on the shows anymore, because I feel like the shows are stupid. They're so edited. They're just silly to me. And that's that. But I'm going to be doing my videos regularly, so make sure you subscribe so you can keep up to date. I'm going to be doing my Game of Thrones videos, which starts on Sunday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I love Game of Thrones, as we all know. And then in September, Outlander starts. Yes, sir. So I'm going to be doing those videos. I'm still going to be doing my pregnancy videos. And yeah. So, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Who are your favorites? What did you think about Cody? I'm sure you all hated him, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, please. I'm not saying that I'm a Cody fan. I don't necessarily like Cody. I just found his arrogance to be entertaining. Now, if he had been in the house for longer, I probably would have grown to really hate him or really despise him like I did Paulie. But he wasn't in the house long enough for me to feel that way towards him. I understand that he said a lot of stupid shit. He did. Stupid stuff. But I also expect that from him, so I wasn't shocked. Like when he said the tranny comment, I was not shocked by that at all. When he said the Ferguson comment, yeah, I was a little surprised. I was like, oh, okay. Because he was talking like, yes, he's so excited about the Ferguson riots. I was like, oh my god. Okay. But I still found his arrogance towards the other house guests entertaining and funny. Not in a funny, oh, I'm laughing with Cody. It was more of a funny, I'm laughing at Cody. Like, oh, you said that. Like, oh, I can't believe you said that kind of thing. Anyways, you know, whatever. So, I'd like to see Cody come back, but I'm not a huge fan of his personality-wise. But I am a fan that he did go after Paul. And I'm a fan that he had the balls to do that. So, respect in that regard. And I'd like to see what he would do if he came back. I would also like to see Cameron come back. I mean, literally the only person I don't want to see come back is Jillian, so... But anyways, like I said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in a couple of days, probably like in a day or two. And I love you guys, and I'm so excited that it's back! Yay!